Anita, you've got some really neat things in here. This object is just almost macabre. It's a restaurant in Tiffin, Minerva in Tiffin. Does that say Ohio?
Ohio. Mm-hmm.
It's all hand painted in reverse on a chipped carved mirror, and you see that it's a jester holding the sign. That's an unusual piece. Yes. I'm looking forward to seeing how that sells. What else do you have here?
We have some more old car parts. Here's from a Studebaker. Studebaker Philco.
A radio from a Studebaker. Well, you know someone's probably looking for that. You know there is. What's that hubcap from?
And then we have 4 deluxe hubcaps. I have seen people making clocks out of these now.
Clocks.
That's kind of neat.
I'd like to have a clock made out of that. Mm-hmm. Boy, this grill, this is heavy chrome-plated iron. I bet someone's looking for that right now. They're searching high and low for one of those car restoring guys. Do you know what kind of car it fits?
No, I couldn't find any marking on them, but I'm sure the car people will know.
I'm looking forward to seeing the results on that.
Yes, me too.
Anita, you know my reputation and my passion for ephemera, paper items, things that were never meant to last 50 to 60 or 70 years. Mm-hmm. Here's a nice group of items, a couple of things to be said about these. This is a salesman sample from the Paramount Calendar and Novelty Company. So this one wasn't an advertisement for a gas station or a carryout. This is an actual salesman sample, and it starts with 1958 January. That's nice that it starts right there in the front, and that's online right now. And then here we have a beautiful picture from 1955, and this too is a salesman sample, Paramount Calendar Company, and it starts with 1955. Look at the phone number, SW9-5291. Now, the condition here overall, this is in good condition, even though it has a tear right here. If that tear was missing or dangling, it would be judged more harshly. But the color is good, the subject, there's no staining, and there's no tearing on the subject. That makes this a very nice calendar. And then these kites. You talk about ephemera. Ephemera means temporary, things that weren't made to last. We have a space race. The space race back from the late 50s and 60s. This is a man on the moon. And then you have the Jolly Roger. Unroll that one. What's the graphic on that calendar? On that kite. Another space race. Space Master. Now, it doesn't say Apollo, but it's of that same era. Ephemera. Never meant to last, but here it is this many years later, and it's collectible. Watch how this sells. Nita, I'm really impressed with the things you have in this auction. I love the advertising items. Here's a neat collage of collectibles of these penback pens. You know, Paul Anka. Here's one for Pope John Paul II. Here's Soupy Sales. You know, individually, these are probably $10 or $12, but as a collection and wall art, it's really attractive and will probably do better as a group like that. Mm-hmm. Now, this is a large group. Are you going to break these down and sell them individually, or are you going to sell it as a collection?
This is all one lot. People can just hang that on their wall for memorabilia.
Yeah, dairies and ice cream. Fish bait. There's a fish bait box. You talk about ephemeral and not supposed to last. Who would ever expect a wax Black Label beer cup to have lasted this long? Or these Coke cups. Now look, Pepsi, you'll see 15 items to every 2 Pepsi items. Pepsi was a more rare in the ephemeral. They weren't advertising as much, or else Coke just had so much advertising. But Pepsi is nice to find. Some of these companies are probably out of business and gone, and here you have a collection of them. That seems to be a rare item. What do you have here?
Some great, probably 20s or 30s flags that were stitched.
Hand-stitched felt pennants.
And we have
That's funny.
There's one from Columbus.
Uh-oh.
Maize and blue, which
Maize and blue.
not good, but
I wonder when they quit using those colors. I'm glad someone finally got the idea.
And then we have 3 from the Cleveland area, which they're stitched also. Even the letters are stitched on versus glued.
Oh, I see. So these are quality. The condition's amazing that they're not moth-eaten. They've not gotten wet. Well, someone's taken good care of these.
Yes.
And you have to
stored
think.
away, I'm sure, for in an attic somewhere.
Someone really appreciated the ephemera, and condition is everything. And then this item, I like to talk about these. This is, a sad iron is what you would want to call it, but it's really too heavy for household use. These are usually called tailor's goose, and they'd be used in the industry by a professional. But that's a big, and I think you use it for a doorstop, don't you?
I do.
That's a tailor's goose, and that weighs about 22 pounds. Well, this has been fun, Anita, but I see one more highlight over here. Anita, these are going to be collectible. Vera Bradley purses. These are hot.
Right.
This is what all the ladies are buying, and you've got 6 or 7. You've got about 12 of them. But this item here, this is exciting. What do you know about this?
I think this will be the hit of the auction. I think this is an older Miller Lite beer sign before they started putting Miller also on it, and it's like a 3-color, and I don't think it's ever been used. It just looks like it's been in this box.
Yeah, the pull string is still bundled like it came from the factory.
And you never find a box, it doesn't seem like.
In the
Also,
box. And notice the box doesn't say Miller Lite.
it's Miller Brewing
Miller
Company.
Brewing Company, but it wasn't Miller Lite. So I bet you could date this. I bet you could look on the internet and find when they started calling it Miller Lite and probably figure out how to date this just right. How much do you think it'll bring?
I would think it will be in the upwards closer to $200.
I'll look forward to that. This is a nice trip. Thanks for letting me come out here, Anita. Thanks for being
coming.
with me all these years.
It's a
And
pleasure.
tell me again a phone number that folks can reach you at.
614-570-8495.
Thank you, Anita.